Okay, Calvin Castine's here, and I am at the Rainbow Wedding and Banquet Hall, beautiful downtown Altona. It's the 19th day of May 2013. A lot of people have had this marked on their calendars for a month or so now, and we're here for a fundraiser. But before we get into the fundraiser, we're going to let everybody introduce themselves.
I'm Randy Vaughn.
I'm Susie Chapman.
Sue Welch.
All right. Now, some of these people I'm a little more familiar with than others. Sue Welch took me on a guided tour of the Kaufman lumber mills many years ago.
We got lost.
Well, we promised never to tell, though.
That's right.
What happened at Kaufman's lumber mills stays.
Is it Kaufman's lumber mill?
And back in the early days of Hometown Cable, I used to involve the scorekeepers once in a while, and one of my early favorite scorekeepers was this young lady.
Yep, I do remember that. It was a lot of fun.
That was a few years ago.
Oh yeah, it was quite a few years ago.
And Randy, I've seen you all over the Saxony reunion site. To tell us about yourself.
Oh, I've just been a friend of Mark's for a long time. Local musician, did a lot of playing at the Saxony and in the studio over the years, and he's just a dear friend.
Okay, you've been in Kansas, you told me, before the camera started rolling?
Yeah, for about 15, 16 years, yeah.
So you came back just for this?
Unfortunately. No, not for this. I thought you meant to New York. No, just kidding.
You're not in Kansas anymore.
No, that's for sure. Especially, see their weather yesterday?
So you're just as happy you weren't in Kansas
Yes,
sometimes.
absolutely.
So you didn't have any tornadoes or any...
Not while I was there. We saw plenty, but never got hit.
All right. I'm going to actually get a little closer to Susie, though. She's trying to, not that close, just a little closer here.
It's okay.
So,
Friends here.
there's Angie. Well, I'll get Angie later. We just can't squeeze her into this picture here. We're going to squeeze Angie McDonald in. There we go. Let me see if you're in the picture here. We'll try to, if we have to back up the camera, we will. There we go. There we go.
We need Nikki, but she's busy.
All right. Mark just pulled in. Angie McDonald. I first met you probably, was it 67 you started at the Saxony?
68. Let's go legal 68.
She legally started working behind the bar. That
Yeah.
was 68 legally?
Yeah.
Okay.
You were sitting there.
I was the first one.
You were
That was the
sitting there
first one you
Saturday
saw.
night, yeah.
I was the first one you saw when you walked in. So what have I got myself into? You thought you were doing an episode from Cheers here, talking to Norm or something, right? All right. You were telling me before the camera started rolling, and I hope nobody moves too much, so that tripod never knows when
Okay.
people move. That you were planning to start doing something, and Susie was planning to start doing something, and
Exactly.
so all of a sudden the two somethings became one something.
Right. Randy and I jumped when we heard about the fire, and then I heard that these people were also planning something, so we...
Joined forces.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've gone this far without even mentioning what the heck we're doing here, and that is to raise funds for Susie's father, Mark Chapman, and his family because of a devastating fire. What was the date on that?
April 22nd.
April 22nd.
You jump in whenever you want.
Sorry.
No, that's fine.
Sorry.
There's no prizes for being the first one. This isn't buzzing in here.
All right.
No, you take it over.
No.
I'm not a talker.
That's
anyways.
okay. That's good. That's good.
Edit that.
Okay, April 22nd, early in the morning, and if not for the sirens sounding coming from Champlain, that's what woke everybody up.
Well, fair enough.
My stepsister was the one that heard something, and she went out her bedroom door, and there's a skylight right outside her bedroom door my dad just built, and basically she saw flames coming out of it, and everybody was sleeping. So she woke up everyone in a panic, and they got out just in time. And I think about 5 minutes after that, the elevator shaft came down. So they really made it out in the nick of time.
As bad as it was, it certainly could have been a lot more horrible. Have we ever found out who the passerby was who called that in?
No, we haven't, and I wish I knew because I owe them everything. I really do. I super appreciate it. I hope I find out someday because I owe them everything for saving my family.
Yeah, obviously. So if that passerby ever wants to step forward, I think everybody would
Absolutely.
like to pat him on the back. Now I can understand why you three are involved, but Sue Welch, why are you involved in all this?
I just like to butt in
I know.
because Susie goes out with my son. I've known Mark forever. I used to live at the Saxony on the weekends.
Figuratively, not literally.
No, literally.
Oh, yeah.
I had a room there
Oh, okay. That's on the weekend.
with two other girls from Canada. We
Okay.
kind of hooked up and became friends, and
No driving home.
no driving home.
Okay.
And so when I heard about the fire, I called Susie and see how everybody was, and we all I said, well, we've got to do something, and Susie said, yeah, that's the same thing I was thinking. So I called Nick Malinsky, and he was thinking the same thing, so we just all got together, and
It's been 38 days to be exact, or since, that's amazing.
Now,
Put this together.
initially it was supposed to be at the Rouse's Point American Legion, then within a few days it got transported over to here. How come? Anybody tell me that?
Yeah,
We outgrew it too quickly.
well, Peck offered the gold room to us for free, so it's a bigger building, and we can hopefully get more people here, and we think we're going to have a lot of people coming, and the Legion was just too small. So
Well, let's hope
we
Legion
opt
was
for
too
the bigger
small.
building.
Yes. I think so.
Who's been in charge of the bands?
I have.
There we go. And
Yeah, we've got Nobby Reed coming over, the Miro guys, boys are coming, Frozen Sunshine. Nick's playing, the Wingman. Plus we have a lot of musicians coming this is going to probably wind up as one big jam session after about 5 o'clock.
kind of like the Saxony reunion was at a
Right.
point. in
Yeah, that's some of the best music right there.
Right.
It can be the most fun stuff. But anything can happen. Angie, are you still in Rouse's Point? Or-
Yes, I am.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you've been you were ready to jump right on this. Were you in contact with Peck? Who did Peck contact?
Actually, Tony. Tony Bulris,
Bulris.
who is also on the committee. Tony works for Peck, and told him that he would offer the gold room to us,
And
and
he's also in the band, the
yeah,
Wingmen.
he's also in the Wingmen, and we jumped on it.
Okay.
I just went in the back, said hi to Peck. I haven't seen him in about 40 years. He immediately knew who I was, and he gave me a tour. He will be out later to say hello.
Okay.
So we're very appreciative to Peck and Jane.
Very.
Yes, they have been amazing. Everybody has been amazing. I mean, I am overwhelmed at the donations in this area. I can't thank everyone enough. I mean, I just hope, everything goes well.
And we get rid of everything.
And we get rid of everything now.
Okay, so what you have? I see a bunch of prizes here. Did you go out and solicit prizes?
Yep. That's your job.
Nikki,
and Nikki over
Nikki
here.
and I did most of the soliciting because I have a cast on my leg. I sat home and did it all, and then sent people out to pick them up. Nikki did a lot of soliciting.
Nikki who?
Nikki Malinsky.
That's Nick's wife
Nick's
from the
wife,
Wingmen.
yeah.
And
Was she-
Susie
was she ever a
Susie
bass
did some.
Was she ever a bass shark?
Yes, she is.
Okay, I'm
Come
sorry
on
to
over,
interrupt
Nikki.
you.
Susie did a lot of soliciting. Susie got
Get behind Susie. We don't see it over there.
Susie we have T-shirts
Uh-huh.
that Susie got to sell, and hats and CDs.
The CDs are.
Saxony Lounge Band, 1977. It's a recording that they did at a Sunday night. It was a dead night, and it's actually pretty amazing.
Okay. Now, funds will be raised today. Are you in charge of them, Susie?
Basically, we're all in charge. We're all going to manage it because there's a lot, and it's very overwhelming. So I got great help.
Okay. Now, my main purpose for asking that is people watching this may not have been here, may or may not have been here. Some will watch this who have been here, but they might want to contribute to this. So what's going to happen there as far as future contributions?
Well, in the paper, there was a site that I set up. It's fundraiser.com, and if you look up Saxony benefit, you'll find it and you can donate right online, and it goes through your PayPal account, and you can do that. You know, I mean, that is basically what we have set up for people that aren't coming today.
And Nikki and my phone number were in the paper also, and they can call us and make donations.
All right. So people who don't have the paper in front of them, you want to give those numbers out?
Like, probably not.
I don't know.
Oh, you can. All right. So don't go. Go to that.
We're in the book.
We're in the book.
We're in the book.
We're in the book. All right. I'm not saying which book, but
The phone
the
book.
book with their names in it.
The phone book.
Okay. So how did you know this was going to be too big for the Legion Post 912?
When all these individual people that we were working with started saying, I have 100 friends coming, I have 200 friends coming, that we had to go back to the Legion because they were really very nice, and because we had booked it, and tell them that we just,
They let you out of their contract.
but we love the Legion.
Oh yeah, yeah. They had a very successful
Yes.
get together there a couple of years ago. Now I see that Peck's also donating besides the facility part of his proceeds here at the bar.
Yeah. And I just found that out today. I had no idea, and it was just another, thing that just blew me away. I couldn't believe it, and I'm super appreciative to the samples. They have been nothing but nice to me and my family.
Well, Peck had a fire at Town Tavern many years ago.
Yep.
Destroyed. I'm trying to think back when he was playing at the Pavilion. It might have been in '66, the year the Triads arrived. He was playing at the Pavilion with the Marlins back then. If it wasn't '66, it was maybe '67, so it was in that era. You probably know since you were sneaking over
I'm
here.
not that old.
Not that old. And you never got any further, coming across from St. Albans, you never got any further than the Saxony, right? You stopped right there? Never made it down to the Pavilion?
Occasionally,
Occasionally.
on occasion.
She had a night off. Yeah.
Okay, anything else that I haven't been smart enough to ask you folk?
Enjoy yourself.
Have fun.
Yeah.
I hope a lot of people come.
Yeah.
And again, thank you
yes.
for the outpouring from the community. I can't start rambling off names, but you know who you are.
Yeah.
There's so many.
Everybody that's helped.
So
Why don't you
many.
start?
We do have a list.
And a book.
And a book.
And yeah, we got full table and another table.
Oh, we got a
Oh, we have a
brand
grand
new.
prize that was donated the day after the advertisement went in the newspaper. A gentleman from Altona called me. I can't recall his name right now. Wanting to donate a generator. It's an $800 generator, and we decided that's going to be our grand prize. And we thank him very much. Sorry, I can't remember your name.
Okay.
I don't remember Dan.
Okay, and that will be too late if you're watching this on TV. It's going to be too late, so you can't get the grand prize. Throwing kisses here.
Oh, that's a buddy of mine, yeah.
Okay.
Hey, musicians.
And there's Tony.
And there's Tony.
Tony, the one that, Tony, come over.
No, come here. Come here.
Is that right up here, Tony?
I gotta go do a sound check.
All right,
Tony. You can-
Randy's going to go do a sound check. You have to struggle along here and suffer and stand next to Susie. Tony who?
Boris.
Tony Boris. And what's your part in all this?
Just helping with the setting up stuff and tables and whatnot. I helped them. I was working for Peck and Jane, and they offered to have the hall donated for the party.
And he's also in the band.
Oh, in the band. Yep.
What band is
the
that?
The Wingmen.
The Wingmen. Okay, that's
Nick's band.
Nick Malinsky's band? Yep. Well, we know it as Nick Malinsky's band. Yeah. Is that all right?
That's how we usually say it too.
And bow your head at the same time.
Oh yeah, pay homage.
All right, you a local Boris? A lot of Borises around there.
Yeah. My grandfather was Eddie,
Okay.
and my grandmother is Beverly. Father is Bruce and Crystal. Right, Morris.
Brother's Keith.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else, folks?
No, just big thank you.
Big thank yous.
Again, if you're watching this, if you want to help out, help Mark. I saw in the paper that Looks like the first 3 floors. We're hoping that the first 2 would be salvageable, but looks like the first 3 will be salvageable.
As far as I know, yep, that's what we're hoping, and that's what my dad plans to do. You know, if he can get some money together, he would love to rebuild and go with the plans with having apartments. So I hope he can do it. I really do, because it's one of the last, you know, old buildings around in Rouse's Point, and it's his home.
Yeah, and he had that front end by Lake Street really looking nice.
He
too.
did. He put in every last, you know, dime that he had and put hard work into it. And Nick helped him as well, Nick Malinsky. And my boyfriend Matt also helped a lot. So, I mean, I just hope, you know, everything happens, you know, for him, because he deserves it. He's a great person.
He's been local since 1966, so that's probably a good portion of your life. So this has been home for you right along.
It has, and I live with my dad there too, so I have many fond memories of being up there.
Yeah, in the studio.
The studio was amazing, you know.
Listening to the band when you
Yep.
were.
Exactly. Probably in the bar when I probably shouldn't have been, you know, when it was still open. And
Didn't you get nailed to the wall? And
oh yes, I've heard stories that when I was a toddler, I was a little bit of a screamer, and they decided to nail me on the wall. Some of the bouncers, because I was, you know, misbehaving.
Okay, we won't mention any bouncers' names then.
No. And my mother can't know this either. No. I'm just kidding.
Henny, don't watch it. All right, thank you, folks, and remember you can contribute after this event today. So if you've seen this, go to that.
Yep, fundraiser.com.
That's on the.
Yep, just
So
look on the
what-
web. It's fundarrazr.com. And just look up Saxony and you'll find it right away.
Okay, so this is a website where fundraisers all gather together and.
Yeah, basically, it's all the proceeds are going to my father.
No, the
and-
fundraiser.com is a
Yep.
website with
Yeah,
more than one
it's-
fundraiser.
So anybody can use it. Yep.
Okay, so you search out Saxony and
Yep.
use your PayPal account. All right.
Yep. Exactly.
All right,
Thank you, Calvin. Too.
Thank you, folks. All right. This is just the start. We're going to be listening maybe to a little bit of music here also at the Gold Room here at Peck and Jane's Rainbow Wedding and Banquet Hall here in beautiful downtown Altona.
You're not going to ask me what all the bands are.
I'm not going to ask you who are all the bands. No, just interested in what's the name of your band?
The Wingmen.
Wingmen. How'd you come up with that name?
It's a long story.
Okay, well, better not
Yeah, that's
told on national television. All right, Nick Malinsky.
Yep.
And how did you get involved with this?
I've been playing the Saxony patio party with Mark since 98 or 99. And I've done a lot of work with Mark in the building itself as well as in the studio as much as I can. So I've now actually become a long, good friendship with Mark Chapman. So when I had just come home from Indiana Sunday, got the call Monday morning that he had the fire, and I got up and we went right down. So,
Dare we ask why you were in Indiana?
I was out there working.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was.
You still live around here, though?
Yes. I still live in Champlain, but I was in Indiana doing a job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I went and saw Mark Wednesday after the fire, and we went and got some braces and shored up the building so it wouldn't collapse due to the water weight. So
Yeah, that was a whole lot of water being poured.
they said somewhere like 35 million gallons. So when you add that or multiply it to the weight of water, it's.
And I heard that the day of the fire that they were making holes in the floors.
They did, and thank God they did, or the building would have come down.
Yeah, it just-
There's so much weight on the building itself. So, and then being 4 stories, there's a lot that collects all the way down through. So,
Yeah. Okay, so I'm not going to ask you all the names of the bands, but roughly how many bands might be playing here today?
we got 4 or 5 definites, and then
Some jamming.
some jamming at the end. I know Frozen Sunshine is with Mark Merrow. Overdrive is Dean Tremblay's band. Dean's not going to be here. Somebody's going to fill in for him. The Wingmen, Randy Vaughn's band, and I forget the name of his band. And I think there's one, Nobby Reed. Nobby's going to play today. So, and then all the collective musicians that are going to be here. So hopefully we get some good jamming in today.
Okay. In many ways, except that this is a fundraiser for Mark, it's going to be a little bit like the Saxony reunion in that respect.
Yes, absolutely. It's going to be a lot of musicians, and with a lot of people. Hopefully a lot of people from the reunion going to be here today too. You know, it's just it's a terrible thing that happened, and it's not the right circumstances for everybody to meet again. But I think it's good just to, at least for Mark, he's been pretty bummed out. So
Well, yeah, it's got to be very, very depressing
it's
for him.
really difficult for him.
You know, especially after all the work he'd put into that place, and then see that go up in flames.
See, it's been about 3 years where he was working on the siding on that, and I did a good portion of it, and then his funds became tight, and he finished it himself last summer. So, and now it's, of course, another fire to take down the Saxony. So, it's too bad. You know, it's a historic landmark, one way or another. You know, it goes both ways with people, but you know, the bar burnt in the 80s, and that closed that down. But now the studio, which a lot of people don't know, was designed by John Stork, who designed Electric Ladyland for Jimi Hendrix. So it's not like it was just a room that people played in. The studio was professional laid out studio by a studio engineer. So it's a really depressing situation as a musical standpoint, as well as a personal, you know, somebody to lose their home, and then the thousands and thousands of dollars of equipment that was destroyed as well.
Along with many old tapes.
The masters are gone. You know, it's one of those things that you live and learn. You had them for so long and never had to worry about it, and then it just took that one thing, and now they're gone. The years from the 60s till recently.
So, yeah. Till present day, yeah.
Yeah, and it's too bad. So it's bad.
Okay, well, we appreciate this.
No problem.
You playing first? Or?
Nope, we're gonna play somewhere in the middle.
Somewhere in the middle.
Somewhere in the middle. Yeah, we got guys that are working, so when they get off of work, they're gonna come today and play. So
One of my favorite songs.
yeah,
Somewhere in the middle.
somewhere in the middle.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
All right, thanks, Nick. Take care. All right, that's Mr. Nick Malinsky, and he's a longtime friend of Mark Chapman and one of the spearheaders here. There's Welch going by. Hopefully, this is the start of what will be a big crowd here at the Gold Room in Altona on this May 19th, 2013. Okay, here's a fellow I've known also since the mid-'60s. I remember back going to the Lakeview Pavilion, and a guy with the Marlins was there playing. What year would that have been, Pat?
Oh, God, that was way back in about 63, 64, somewhere in there. And then we went on to Family Court and played some at the Saxony when the Triads were on the road. We'd fill in there at different times. And by the way, Calvin, this is a great afternoon for Mark Chapman and the Saxony and all the old folks that visit there on a regular basis. We're very happy that we could pitch in and offer our premise to a great cause, and we hope that people come out and really enjoy some fine music from the old rock and roll music, I guess, is what's coming from our bands that are here, 4 or 5 different bands this afternoon, and very worthy cause.
Now, we're talking to Leonard Peck Sample. He and his wife Jane are the owners here at Peck's Rainbow Wedding and Banquet Hall. And when did you, I know you had a variety of hats over the years. You had a store in Moores, you had a restaurant for a while, you had the Town Tavern, you had a store here in Altona. When did it seems like you've been here forever.
Yeah, we started.
But you had all those other entities before that.
Exactly. We started here as a small country bar in the Blue Room, and I believe that was in 1993, 94, and then we expanded a little bit in 95, and then we continued on we started in there in about 97, 98 to do banquets, and it just mushroomed from there, and then we put on our weight room in 2005, and then 2007 we added this Gold Room, and the people here in the North Country have been great to us, Calvin. They've really supported us in every sense of the word, and we're very happy, and bookings are strong, and when you want the very best, come see us.
Humbly said. You kind of grew up though in the food business. I think your mother was involved.
Yep.
in that?
Yeah, she's the recipes that we still use today are her basic recipes. She used to have Peck's Place with my brother Ernie in Forest, and she cooked there for many years, and I learned from her. And our thing is that if we want everybody to go home with a full stomach, and she always taught me if they didn't go home with a full stomach, you didn't do the right thing.
I've never heard anybody leaving here complaining. One of the places I didn't mention was Bar L'Autre-Place
Yeah.
in Hemingford.
Yeah.
But you've had fires too. The town tavern when you were there.
Yep.
That burnt to the ground.
Yep.
So this is something that you've experienced in your lifetime too. And
Absolutely,
and when a friend steps forward.
That's right. We got to step up to the plate and help. It's not a pretty thing, and disaster is never pretty, any sense of the word. But we're certainly happy this afternoon that we can do something here with Mark and the folks from the Saxony, and we hope we get a strong support, and I'm sure we will, and we'll have a great afternoon with a great bunch of entertainers.
And you're busy. You've got another banquet going on in another part of the building. So,
That's correct.
Every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you're probably out straight.
We're going very busy. The folks here in the North Country have been great to us, Calvin, and yes, the bookings are very strong, and we do them any day of the week now, and it's been really great run.
Now, I see your son Brandon is helping out. Any other family members involved?
Yeah, Brandon does our decoration packages here with the weddings and that sort of thing. He's in sales as well, and he does the bartender, and he also has a DJ service. He bought Jeff Matthews' local DJ service, and he's doing that here in-house, and that's working out really well. And that's our nephew, Dean Nephew. He's our head bartender, and he does a great job. And then we got our daughters that come home for the summer, Trish and Brandy, and they help out here at the ranch. And so it's very much family. Yes, very much family. And we have a couple other cousins that are involved. Taylor Sample works with me in the kitchen immensely, and it's a very family-oriented business, and it's been great.
All right. We appreciate you taking the time out because I know you're busy, Peck, and keep it up. Whatever you're doing here, keep doing it because it's a success.
Thank you so much, Calvin.
All right, thank you, Peck. Leonard Peck Sample, a mainstay here in the Northern Tier and a longtime friend. Just a reminder, we're at the Rainbow Wedding and Banquet Hall. We just got done talking with Peck Sample, and we're in the Gold Room, one of three separate halls that are here available. At the Rainbow is the Blue Room, the White Room, and the Gold Room. This is the biggest of the three rooms, but they're all large and able to handle a good crowd. We have Mr. Randy Vaughn, we talked to earlier, on drums here. We have the Miro brothers, Al and Mark Miro, but I'm not sure who the gentlemen are in the middle. But they are jamming here, and the opening act on this Sunday, the 19th day of May 2013. And a reminder, if you would like to contribute to this fundraising effort, feel free to do so. Go to fundraisers.com and find the location of the link for the Saxony fundraiser. We're going to impose on Mark Chapman here between bands. Mark, introduce me to your stepdaughter here.
This is Aaron.
Hi, it's nice to meet you.
And you're the young lady who heard the sirens and
Yep,
everybody up.
I'm the person who woke everybody up and got them out of bed, warned them that, there was a fire up ahead and we had to get out of there.
How many times have you dreamt about that since then?
About that? Probably none, actually. I haven't had any dreams.
Hasn't traumatized you?
No. I've thought about it, but I haven't had any dreams about it.
Trying to put it out of her mind.
I would probably have bad dreams once in a while. Have you had any?
Actually, I haven't. I haven't, and I just try to put it behind me now. It's another chapter in my life, and hopefully I won't have to have another one. And we've had 2 fires, and that's enough for me. Yeah, I don't need any more fires.
Yeah, as Papa used to say, I've had enough, and enough is too much.
Yeah.
When we last talked to you, the day of the fire, I saw in the paper that it looks like 3 floors are salvageable, possibly.
Well, that's what my engineer says, yes. And hopefully it's going to come together before this fall. I've got to put the steel in on the ground floor first, and once that's in, then the building will be much safer to work in, and then the roof will go on the 3rd floor, on the top of the 3rd floor. So we're hoping to salvage 3 stories in the building.
So normally when you think of constructing like that, you think of the roof first to keep everything out.
Yeah.
You're talking starting from the bottom up?
Yeah, because some of the beams from the weight of the water, there were over 30 million gallons of water poured on that fire. And so the beams started to weaken, and we braced them up. But I'd feel much more confident in having the steel in place before any...
Yeah, you don't want to put a roof up if you can't support it.
Exactly. So the bottom goes from the ground up,
Right now, where's your living accommodations?
I'm staying at Joe Turner's place out on Rock Street in Rouse's Point, and he's been very gracious in letting us stay there for a month with rent-free, and it's been really a godsend for us. I have my RV there in the yard, and he also has a trailer, so it's been pretty comfortable living at this point.
Well, that's good. Aaron, all your clothes, were you able to salvage anything?
I salvaged my laptop and my 2 sketchbooks, but other than that, just what I was wearing, all my clothes are gone and all my other stuff is gone. Yeah.
She was smart to save her computer, because all of her stuff is on there, I lost mine, but luckily they got the hard drive out of it, so I did maintain the pictures and the music that I had on it. So I feel lucky that I got that much out of it, And we got quite a bit out of the studio, drums and B3 and upright piano. Not upright, the grand piano we got out. So about 4 guitar amps and microphones, my drums and Matt Welch's drums. They and also a bass amplifier. They all survived the fire.
That's amazing. With all the water that was in there.
It is amazing. The rubble is like 2 feet high on the floor from the roof burning in them, but I feel very lucky.
I saw on Facebook a picture of you holding one reel of tape.
That's right, the analog tape. I don't think it's salvageable. It looks good, but I think it's shrank from the heat. And I don't have an analog machine anymore anyway, so no. I'm hoping to get another one though. I like the old analog tape machines as opposed to digital, but that's the way it is today, digital and Pro Tools on computers and that kind of thing,
So this is going to give your whole family some mixed feelings here today. You're grateful, but you must be,
exactly. I'm grateful
to be here.
Yes, I'm very happy with the turnout. People have been very gracious since the fire. Every day I hear from someone new, that is concerned, and I really appreciate all the aid that we've gotten since the fire. It's been wonderful. It's very heartfelt, and I'll never be able to pay back the community like they've given to me. It's one thing about about small communities. They all get together in hard times, and certainly shows here for me. And I'm very appreciative of it.
Aaron, your thoughts?
Well, yeah, I mean, I can't even explain how much I wish I could thank everybody who's like donated money, clothes, and emotional help to me and my family, and I'm just glad that communities come together and helped us through this time.
Her classmates have been really tremendous. In
Yeah, they really helped me
helping
through
out.
this.
Yeah, it's been a wonderful thing for sure.
You're in Northeastern Clinton, I assume?
Pardon?
You're in Northeastern Clinton, I assume?
Yep. I go there at high school. I'm in grade 10. Yep.
Okay, well, I appreciate you talking. Anything else
Thank
that you'd
you.
like to say?
I want to wish Erin happy birthday. She just turned 16.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet,
Yeah.
sweet 16.
Sweet 16. Yeah. Now she wants to get her license and drive.
Get a
You know,
permit.
Yep.
she's ready for that.
Aren't we all of that age?
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, put your horn, though. Let us give us a warning when you're coming, okay?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good video. All right, that's Mark Chapman and his stepdaughter Erin, and once again, if you'd like to contribute to help get their family back on the road, please feel free to do so. Looks like Frozen Sunshine is next up. This is a group from the 70s. The Miro brothers are back, and they were joined by Tom Marnes. Of course, the original Frozen Sunshine had Dick Cable doing Hal Miro's job, and so it looks like Frozen Sunshine will be next, and I do play once in a while. I know there's a reunion of the St. Mary's and Champlain Central's classes of 66, 68, 67, 68, and 69 that are getting together, and Frozen Sunshine will be playing at that reunion. The Frozen Sunshine has a reputation with Peck Sample. They were a long-time performers at when Peck had the Town Tavern next to across from Dragoons Farm Equipment, and the location where the Morris Fire Department is right now. That was in the 70s, the Town Tavern, and going there and listening to Frozen Sunshine was something that happened quite often on the weekends. nice things about a fundraiser like this is you get to see a lot of old-time musicians. Like we see John Keynes and John Champagne talking to Hal Miro and Tommy Marnes over there, and a lot of old-time musicians tend to show up when there's a fundraiser of this nature. We're going to listen to the Nobby Reed project here, and then we're going to probably hit the road. We just wanted to come here and get a feel for what took place on this May 19th fundraiser. Mark Chapman did come over and chat with us a little bit off camera again, and he's very grateful and very positive in his thinking about what the future holds. It'd be very easy for somebody to suffer a loss like Mark did and to throw up your hands in defeat, but Mark's not made that way, and he's going to stick with it, and he may have to change the name of the Saxony to the Phoenix, because it's going to rise again from the ashes. For those of you who were unable to be there or who were there and would still like to make an additional contribution, they mentioned at the beginning of the program, Susie mentioned fundraiser.com. It's important to realize that razor is spelled R-A-Z-R, so it's fundraiser.com. Go there, put in the search engine Saxony, and we've done that, and that'll take you to the page that will allow you to donate directly to the Saxony, and hopefully you'll be in focus when you do it. Friends of the Saxony by Susie Chapman, and I'll give you an up-to-date amount, and we'll show you how to contribute. So those of you wishing to help Mark Chapman and his family and Friends of the Saxony, this is a way to do it. FUNDRAZR, fundraiser.com. And if not, if you have no luck doing that with a computer, I'm sure you can find Susie's address in the phone book or Sue Welch's address and send the contribution directly to them.